Imagine giving birth to a child after hours of labor. When they are finally born, doctors take that child away to perform tests. This is the last time you'll see your baby. This dystopian scenario might sound like a work of fiction, but it is what truly happened to Indigenous mothers in Canada during the 1960s. Many believe the actions of the 60s scoop are horrid events in Canada's past. However, the numbers show otherwise. Perhaps the methods by which Indigenous children are being taken away now are not as ruthless as they were in the 60s. However, the results remain the same. Canada believes these practices ended decades ago. We think that the 60s scoop was a dark chapter which we have closed. However, it has just been renamed to the Millennium Scoop. Indigenous children make up less than 8% of children in Canada, yet they account for more than half of all children in foster care. This is more than a coincidence, it's a systemic issue. In some provinces, the numbers are even worse. In Manitoba and British Columbia, Indigenous children are taken at some of the highest rates in the country. Indigenous leaders have been clear about this cause. Children are not taken because of the lack of care. They are taken because of poverty, overcrowded housing, and intergenerational trauma. All of these poor conditions have been created by destructive colonial practices. To make things worse, federal funding for child welfare services on reserve, meaning among Indigenous households, has been lower than provincial funding for off-reserve services, which means that the government would rather the First Nation children be fostered by non-Indigenous parents. This is more evidence of continuing attempted assimilation of First Nations children by the Canadian government. This also results in more than half of Indigenous foster children being placed in non-Indigenous households. However, on a brighter note, there is change happening. In 2019, Canada passed a new law recognizing Indigenous jurisdiction over child welfare. Communities are beginning to take back control over their own children, rebuilding a culture of care and respect. However, this initiative is just a tiny spark, not enough to light the fire of reconciliation. This is more than an Indigenous issue. It is our responsibility as Canadians. Stop hiding in the fantasies that the past is fast. Look at our present and see that the same issues still remain. Learn the truth and support Indigenous-led child welfare.